me, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner side, ready to try, keep a different vibe, bitch, you down the.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Green Bay Packers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation?
Big stop, let's go!
Throwing on third, Goff. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
And there's a completion to
A first down carry here for Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On third down, Mixon, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert. So here's the situation. The football in the red zone for the offense. Second down and 1. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Set, ready? I'm coming.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And always... So right here, this offense is trying to tack on to their lead in the second quarter with an upcoming field goal attempt. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will... Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10.
Ready!
On first down, Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, this is caught. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Great. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now Newton. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check.
Mixon trying to punch it in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down.
Ready? Check 80.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Great.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down.
Mike 58 right there. Pick it up. Sponge. No. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Forced out to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth.
I
can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down.
Hey, what's up? Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing on third down, Newton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the...
What's that? What is it? 51. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bears on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. The toss play to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this now an 18. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Bears, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.